Let's take a deep breath. What if it was all poetry and it was all one page and you had to fill it on the B side of the Black Swan? Enormous, unnecessary suffering. It's Trump time after all, with Putin and Pence and pussy grabbing. What if you had wondered, how could this be? How did this happen? This highly invasive, corrupt, corrosive capitalism, how did it happen? You take a deep breath. The antidote is enlightenment. You ask the Sadguru within for a win-win. If you was other, maybe it'd be different. But it isn't. It's Woodstock. It's old school. It's the body-mind breaking down. Getting old. Onto obsolete. Mind the gap. Yours is the body politic, the Belle Epoque. You take a deep breath on the B side of black and white. You wonder, how did that happen? What if Trump time were to seal the climate deal? Full speed ahead. Damn the Trump torpedoes of climate Paris Accords. Let the black dog wreak havoc. Let pigs fly. The xenophobocrats are encrypted. WhatsApp, Snapchat. What if you're home, here, now? And it's Trump time, worst case scenario. You take a deep breath. You run out the climate script. It's second string, super strung, super wilding. Old's inner stand. Nigh 50 years after Woodstock. What if this now here, this nowhere, were for you and your tas, your tantric, ahimsic, akashic, artistic, synesthetic, shamanistic sangha? What if it was left to you to tell breathtaking truth on a last right effort? Oh. What if you're a eusocial empath with superorganism, super orgasmic insight? Enlightenment is the antidote. That's just how it goes. Double jointed, double entendre, juke jointed. You wonder about the juju of being juxtafied. Proximity is the thing. It justifies the Coke 1% master narrative, official story of power and its law. What difference does it make, Trump or Hillary? Well, big difference, it turns out. Gone from bad to worse. Do you get it? that us 36, the Lamed we got your back. C'est ça, si difficile in the microbiome. You take a deep breath. Oh. You keep it to yourself if you can't stay on key. If you're a little flat or perhaps sharp, chill. Chillax. Netflix and chillax. You take a deep breath. LOL, calme-toi. Tutoyer. You take a deep breath. Are you taking liberties? Is it LIBOR rated? Is the fixated, fixed and dilated fiduciaries fungible, opt-armed and arse-blacked, bed-bugged and blown back, black holes? You take a deep breath. There's a black blizzard and you're blitzed and blazed and you're dust dosed with bold democracy. You're emboldened. Time will come when there ain't no place to run. How do I get free? Or at least free food from Stop and Shop? You ask cluelessly. Persona non grata. Fox News, the Moorland Commission. You take a deep breath. The coup continues. Citizens united. Enlightenment is the overdose, the epi-leap into the Planck constant. Pebble strikes bamboo. Grateful, you gotta be grateful for what you get, for the grace and the generosity, for living in the Holocene. The story goes on non-linearly. The bimbos bounce and building 7 just falls down just like that. You get it? Dig it. Put the B down. Besides that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the foreplay, the run-up? Nut up. Man up. Epinka is heavy lifting. You make stories out of so much suffering, so much dukkha, anatta, anicca, so much stupidly sodomized sentience. Macho Semitism, Schwarze, please, Jew up. Us 36, Yidden, lame Lamed Vavniks, sciatic and scoliotic, eczemic, psoriasic, the bed bugs and the blowback. It's all Sprach. Ebonish with ESL. It's a Neapolitan, DNE, frontumaglia. You take a deep breath. Rule 17, you're an autograte. Ontograte. You innervate what you understand. It's a guided meditation. It's a harmonic convergence. There was no change, ever, always, but for fun. What if it was big when it was huge and little stayed little? What's the antidote? I and I re TPP. It's 1491. It's 910. It's 11:59:59. Habibi, Beshert. Let me sing you the song of Solo Man. Oh. What you think about the Red Brigade and the Abe Lincoln Brigade and the brigands? The highwayman, the bankrupt, business as usual, Trump University, healthcare. Thrown off Medicaid, 15 million people. The Congressional Budget Office. They put out the Come to Jesus. You wonder about John Wilkes Booth and his brother Edwin. And Jamie and Ted Bloody Diamond. And Dealey Place and the Gulf of Tonkin and Kon-Tiki and Clovis Points. How did they get to Olduvai, Weesmeer, Oi, Gewalt? So much unnecessary suffering. So much sufflation. We are the ones we awake. We 99% unawakened. You take a deep breath. You double down to the great decimation, the great derangement, the great deglaciation. We're all albedoans here, dependent on the albedo, the difference between white and dark, between ice and ocean. There's a positive forcing going on. So, we've gone from the greatest generation to the greatest degeneration. We're getting to peak people. 2042 is my prediction. An extinction 2112. When it don't matter what language you speak, because there ain't no more people. 6 degrees C is 666. 6 sigma for sure. You take a deep breath. It's Trump time after all. And the truffle butter is bitter, bitter. And sore losers, sour balls win. Balls to the wall, Coke 1%, master narrative, official story. Is a lose-lose for us 99%. Now, here. And for the other 1%, time released. extinction 2112. With 2020 hypo hindsight, us 36 practicing intention and intuition, improvising what inspires us, what we aspire to, cosmogenetically, conceptually, thermodynamically, the eusocial entropy and empathy is far from equilibrium. Epintropic, nuke up. North Korea is coming after Kim Il-Trump and his ISISists. Us is ISISists, torturers in chief. Guantanamo is the G-spot for waterboarding. Trump wants North Korea to be his Grenada. But it's all made up. It's all made up to be like Sandy Creek right before greasy grass. And then a while later, Sandy Hook and Gracie Mansion and Yellow Hair, Custer. You take a deep breath. Yellow hair, henned, orange alert, blonde from the bottle, dry drunked, blitzed, with rush on the oxy code, switch, the master baiter, barfer and binger. If at all possible, remain unperturbed in your impoverishment and your impoverished communication face to face. Alexa, let me sleep. I want to sleep. The little death and the big death are not so far apart and not so far in the future. You take a deep breath. It's a world of Warcraft. 100 million people playing the weaponized version. Your physique is secondhand, and Rashomon is the reason. Restart. Addicted to the world of Warcraft. You create your own autistic avatar and your guilds of greed, your bands of brothers. Mansplaining. Man up, Peyton. At Peyton's place. Manning up. Chelsea and Eli. And there's no downtime. It's irresistible. It's addictively iterative. It's a Meshuggah muscle memory. Attention atrophies from 12 seconds to 8. The average attention span now is 8 seconds. There are no tolerances. You keep shooting up and the needle spikes. There's a virtual and an augmented reality. An artificial intelligence. It's immersive with hooks and heretics, fanatics and zealots and outcasts with fatwas. You've been laden. And you take a deep breath. It becomes what it is to be what you are. And it's all you can do to be the poetry on the page, the poetaster laureate. And you got to fill the time immemorial, plagiarized cases for Israelistan by Dershowitz, the plagiarists, the black swan pundits who predicted it all. It's all 666. The fate and the fatwa seal the deal. The glass is sealing itself with cement. You take a deep breath. It's heavy lifting. And if you're lucky, first and last, I read TPP, Tantric Practice Partnership. It saves you, it gives you the grace and the gratefulness to imagine yourself grateful, dead, and the undead. The undead are the ghost species zombies, dead men walking and Ted talking, alt-white. You take a deep breath. The beige buffoon with the orange hair is an orangutan on steroids with A-Rod and the Rocket. Yankees. Patriots. Teams you love to hate. But never mind. Never mind. Then there's LeBron and Beyonce. And beyond that, and beneath, you understand the inner breath. Don't walk away, Renee. Time has come, no place to run. What if you hadn't have done what you did? What if it was different than it is? Would it be better? Or worse, worst case scenario. Trump time is a nightmare. Shit happens. Chill out. Chillax. Ask the Sadguru within. What happens now? What's next? Who are we without ourselves? We have only ourselves to blame. Otherwise, we're blameless. A blameless kind of alliteration, an alopecia, a simple death. That's what we all want, is the good death. And it's coming. It's coming for the ghost species. We circle around the stupa clockwise. And there's a revelatory, orgasmic reality that enlightens us all, us 36, my perfect audience. Are you listening? Take a deep breath. We've come this far, we can go no further without the key, the lock, the load, up and down loads, LOL, HMU. is so basic. It's old school. It's from back in the day. It's Woodstock. Yet again, the 50-year anniversary. I can hardly wait, and then I'm gonna croak. 'Cause after all, it was all downhill from Woodstock. Looked like it could be better, but we only went from Woodstock to Altamont to Sandy Hook. Mind the gap. The empathy is there. But the stamina, I don't know. We've somatized our sciatica and our scoliosis. And there's only semiotics left. And sodomy. So take a deep breath. Be snowdenized. Oh.